Previously on Duke City Championship Wrestling. It was an NWA versus DCCW showdown as the looks that killed Brian Idol made his return to the historic El Rey Theater to face the mighty Thunder. The former heavyweight champion was in no mood for the antics of the NWA's chief emissary, sending his opponent scrambling for cover. But the wily veteran was always ready to take any advantage available, uncorking every weapon in his arsenal in a desperate bid for victory. Thunder went for the win after a top rope elbow drop, but a distraction by the Titanic Ronin allowed Brian Idol to get a roll-up for the 3 count. In our main event, Class and Devin Reno, the hated duo known as Power and Privilege, made their return to the ring in a bid to upend the colossal tag team combination of Tommy Test and Turbo Tony. The power of Tommy Test was on full display as he sent his foes crashing to the mat again and again, even using his partner as a battering ram against their Arizonan adversaries. The speed and technical prowess of Turbo Tony had their opponents on the back foot, and a series of tag team maneuvers had the momentum clearly in the favor of Turbo Test. But Class and Devin Reno had an ace up their sleeve in the form of the fearsome Zamaya, and they were only too happy to exploit the advantage afforded them. The match devolved into a wild melee, during which the newly minted tag team belts were brought into play. And despite the best efforts of Beltmaker of Champions Mr. Ruda, it would be Power and Privilege with their hands being raised in victory.
My name is Amelia Plum with Duke City Championship Wrestling. I'm here with the Wizard of Weird. Warlord of Weird. My mistake.
Where can you get help these days? Is it a DEI hire? What the hell? Jeez.
My mistake.
Proceed.
Sinn Bohdi.
Yeah.
Last time we saw you, you took an unfortunate loss against Baba Thunder. Now, you're going to go up against the ring with Hank. Do you think you're mentally ready for it?
Do I look mentally ready for it? Let me tell you something, Toots. What's your name? I didn't travel so far from the edge of Death Valley through Las Vegas in a giant metal tube, millions of feet above planet Earth to land in Albuquerque, where we always take a left. Now we're here. Did not mess around. I am not clowning around. Hobo Hank, he's your champion. And he's a longtime friend of mine and a longtime enemy of mine. I know exactly what Hank is. He's a champ of Duke City, and I couldn't resist knowing that little old hurricane was keeping Babatunde away. Well, the airplanes aren't running out of Tampa, but they are running out of parts unknown, and I am here, and I ain't clowning around.
Thank you so much.
Get my name right next time, idiot.
Thank you so much, Sinn Bohdi. Let's go back to the ring.
Welcome back, folks. It is time for episode number 4 of season 3 of Duke City Championship Wrestling. This is September Rain. My name is Dr. Fernando Gonzalez, and to my right is the mayor of downtown, Mr. Christopher Burnett, and we've got some exciting stuff going on here, Chris.
Let's get to the ring.
Oh my goodness.
To the ring by Zamaya from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 188 pounds, Jaden Money Monroe. In our opening bout of today's episode, we have Jaden Money Monroe versus the Route 66 champion, Mr. Happy.
That's right, Chris. Now, the thing is, you see what an absolutely promising physical specimen is Jaden Money Monroe. He's been somebody who's just turned in exceptional performances over and over and over. And again, if you saw him at Locked In, the no hands top rope Hurricane Rana that he just popped out like it was nothing was really impressive. And he's about to have his hands full.
Oh yeah, here comes our champion.
Oh, wait, what? Who is that masked horse?
And his opponent, hailing from right here on Route 66, coming in at the weight of 720 jawbreakers.
Wait, what? What just,
oh, there it is.
He is the DCCW Route 66 champion.
Wow.
Mr.
On the last episode, we saw Joel Ruda. He made those title belts.
And this new title belt for our Route 66 champion being seen, I believe, for the first time by the DCCW faithful, Chris.
It is. Some fans were able to get a sneak peek at Locked In, but for the first time on camera, well, I think they had him on camera at the last one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, you know what? Regardless, it is something that I think the DCCW faithful are not going to be anything but surprised to see.
Yeah. And then later on in the episode, we have our main event for the title, Sinn Bohdi versus the new champion, Hobo Hank.
Wow, you really said it. And considering the fact that Sinn Bohdi ended up having a very confusing win over Maga Chewy Martinez,
yeah.
Chris, that we're still kind of trying to puzzle that one out.
Trying to piece that together.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, for as great an honorable, if unorthodox competitor as Sinn Bohdi, it's going to be great to see him go one-on-one with Hobo Hank for the heavyweight title.
I hear you. The new champion, the Route 66 champion, Mr. Happy, holds up the new belt.
And it really looks like something, doesn't it, Chris?
It's awesome. Shades of the old U.S. title from back in the old Jim Crockett promotion days, in my opinion. I love it.
Oh, wow, yeah. No, call back to the JCW, Chris. And, you know, they had so many amazing championships there. It was really something cool to see. But honestly, I would have to say, they don't quite hold a candle to the gorgeous Route 66 title that we've got here.
No, sir. Mr. Happy throwing toys into the crowd for all the kids. Not only a fan favorite, a kid favorite.
That's
Mr.
right.
Happy.
And, I mean, hey, the fans love him. But
yeah.
just so you know, Mr. Happy maintains that he is the fightingest champion in Route 66 history. And, I mean, well,
Fair
he's
enough.
currently the only champion.
Right.
But I think he's got a total of over 25 title defenses to this date.
Wow. Does he wrestle, like, every day?
Sometimes more than once, Chris.
Okay. And Jaden Money Monroe has a lot of accolades himself. He will tell you every chance he gets.
And that he will, because he's got a background in multiple disciplines. But as far as it goes, he's somebody who's got strength. He's got agility. He honestly is one of the most impressive high-flying wrestlers I've seen in DCCW. Right. But he's not doing it to curry favor with the fans, Chris.
I hear you. Will we have a new champion? Will it be a successful title defense for Jaden Money or for Mr. Happy?
Well, it looks like he just had a successful title defense against Zamaya there with whatever that was he pulled out of his nose.
We saw Zamaya be a factor in one of the matches earlier in the evening. Will she be a factor in this match?
You know what? Something tells me that she would love to be, so the champion had better keep his head on a swivel if he wants to maintain hold of that belt.
And he takes a stomp on the rubber chicken of Mr. Happy.
Wow. You know,
I'm not sure that hurts in any way, shape, or form, but
you know what? I think it's just the disrespect and oh, wait a minute. What does Mr. Happy see? What's he doing here? Oh, apparently he found the reversal. Oh, and Money Monroe wanting no part of whatever that was.
I mean, good. Say what you will about it, but good ring awareness by Jaden Money Monroe.
Absolutely. He may not be a beloved of the DCCW faithful, but you really cannot deny his ability in that ring.
Oh, headlock.
Because much like Enrique Calderon, Jaden Money Monroe making his way into this ring at only 22 years old, and you really see how he's holding it down at such a young age, Chris.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Happy trying to whip Monroe into the ropes, but Monroe held on.
And Mr. Happy is no slouch in the strength department, so for Money to be able to do that to him, that's quite honestly really impressive. Now, wait a minute. What is Happy trying to do here? With? Oh, wait, what? He's spanking him like an unruly schoolboy.
Not really
Chris.
sure that helps win the match, but it could be a psychological advantage.
It's psychological warfare, is what it is.
Yeah.
And wait, is he what? And he's going for a sidewalk slam, but how many rotations was that?
I couldn't count.
Oh, looks like he made himself dizzy. Oh, wow. And then Zamaya?
She has
you know what?
that stick horse of Mr. Happy. She's threatening to cut the hair off of it.
The tassels.
The tassels. There you go.
I have no idea what it is that she's trying to do.
Referee Carlos needs to get a little bit of order here.
Yeah. Can Referee Carlos restore a little bit of law and order?
I would say. And Jaden Money Monroe taking advantage of Mr. Happy being distracted by all of that.
Yeah, because Zamaya, I mean, honestly, whatever these guys are paying her, she's been worth it. I mean, she helped her charges in the previous match.
She's been a factor ever since the moment she stepped foot in Duke City Championship Wrestling.
No lie detected there, Chris. And if you saw that, did he pull off a full handstand before dropping that knee on Mr. Happy?
He did. I mean, there's nothing to be said about Jaden Money Monroe and his accolades and his athletic ability. He can wrestle.
Yeah, that he really can.
He's just not a very nice fella.
It's absolutely the truth. He really is not. I mean, you've seen just when I was doing more interviews, I always tried to get a word in with the guy, and he just, in no uncertain terms, told me what I could do with my microphone. And that's
I see. Okay.
Yeah, it was just like I expected.
Take it and get
better.
it cleaned. Is that what he said?
Something like that.
Oh, okay.
This is a family-friendly show, so we won't get into the particulars of that.
Oh.
But, wow, you get to see the not inconsiderable size advantage of one Mr. Happy as he's getting him into the corner, going for it, and crashing into that top turnbuckle. Jaden Money Monroe going for shooting the half, Chris.
Oh, 2 count. Now, Mr. Happy's style, I would call it unorthodox, but I almost call it like a wrecking ball style.
I would say so, because he is a big guy, and for those folks who may not have known, Mr. Happy was also a former competitive power lifter.
I did not know that.
Most competitive power lifter, Olympic power lifter, and just an extremely powerful human being all the way around. Now, you may see his unorthodox looks, his colorful gear and all the crazy stuff that he gets into, but the guy has just been an absolute titan as far as the ability to pick things up and put them down goes, and that's an invaluable skill in the world of professional wrestling.
Absolutely. You need either power or speed or a balance of the both.
That's right. Oh, and Money Monroe just going for those shots to the face. Oh, he's letting people know that he's all about that money, yeah.
Oh.
Until he got dropped right on his dome piece.
Yeah, I think he distracted himself.
Wow. Yeah, he was taking a little too long there. Wow. And, from a guy as stated powerful as Mr. Happy, it's, oh, wait a minute. Whoa. Hey, Happy hanging on. Wondering what Zamaya's trying to do there while Money takes advantage from the back. Oh, handful of dreadlocks hitting the over-the-shoulder neck breaker, once known as the 3.0.
Wow. Zamaya once again sticking her nose into this match with great success. I mean, Mr. Happy right now is wrestling literally 2 people.
And it's just the fact that anytime you see Zamaya, she will be all but an actual in-ring participant here, Chris.
I'd almost say referee Carlos seems like he's in on it, so maybe 3 people, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, wow. Will our Route 66 champion be able to overcome odds of this caliber? It remains to be seen, folks, but hey, I for one believe in the ability of
Wait a minute. Is Zamaya she's taken the belt.
She took it from Amelia, sliding it into the ring, just like she did during the previous match.
Oh, no. Here we go.
And is this what's about to happen?
But she's also got the stick horse.
And Amelia's not a wrestler, so what's to be expected here? Oh, okay.
Who has
all right.
Where's the belt? Okay, Amelia's grabbed the belt again. Zamaya has the stick horse still up on the apron.
And a deep and painful-looking atomic drop. That'll just shake you from your tailbone to your neck bone, Chris. Oh, my gosh. Just a little bit of a dysfunction at the junction, so to speak.
Now, Samaya's fully up on the ring apron. Referee Carlos is distracted by her, so who knows what's going to happen here. Jaden Money Monroe throwing Mr. Happy.
Oh, wow.
Into
is he
the
going to
ropes.
get him all the way out of the ring with that one? He certainly seems to be the case.
Yeah.
Wow. And, just stepping right on his face, Chris. Just with as much weight as he can muster, he was pulling on that rope.
That hurts.
Yeah. I would not want to be Mr. Happy under those circumstances. Wow.
Again, it's reiteration. Referee Carlos, constant distraction by Zamaya, causing Jaden Money Monroe to have the advantage in this match. Zamaya's up on. Why doesn't he kick her out from ringside?
You know, actually, I think he may have heard you, Chris. He's talking to her. He's got the finger up, and I think he may be about to throw her out.
Oh, Jaden Money Monroe caught with the belt.
Okay.
Sliding it over.
Okay. And we saw
Careful,
it go
that thing's new.
Off the edge of the side there, and out of nowhere, the beak breaker by Mr. Happy. And is that going to do it? That will 100% do it.
And that'll take you to the pay window.
One of the most formidable finishers in professional wrestling today, sending Mr. Happy home with the winner's share of the purse, Chris.
Couldn't have happened to a worse individual, Jaden Money Monroe.
But you know what? If you want to hurt a guy like Jaden Money Monroe, you send him to the pay window for the loser's share of the purse.
Oh, here we go. We see it on the replay.
Oh, and look at that.
Breaker.
Boom! Oh, legs went all the way in the air. He went almost completely vertical off.
I want to see one of those boomerang reels of that.
Wow. Oh, just back and forth?
Yeah.
And it looks like for the foreseeable future, what Mr. Happy is going to be in jawbreakers.
Oh, absolutely. I'm happy, and I know it.
That's right.
There's your champion.
I would be banging my head, but my headset's going to come off if I do. So, I'm head banging on the inside, Chris.
Victory by our champion, Route 66 champion, Mr. Happy. Amazing victory. Jaden Money Monroe tried to cheat, backfired on him, and one more victory for Mr. Happy, still champion. So now we have our main event of the evening. New contender Sinn Bohdi versus the new World Heavyweight Champion, Hobo Hank.
And Sinn Bohdi has only been on 2 DCCW shows, but he's going to be in 3 matches, Chris. What an absolute hard-working veteran is Sinn Bohdi.
Absolutely. Sinn Bohdi and Hobo Hank, friends for over 10 years. You know this, right?
That's right. They've been tag teams. They've been tag team partners. They've been tag team champions together.
Yeah.
They've worked in multiple promotions together.
All right, guys, we got one more left in
Hobo
us.
Hank told me. He
But
told me
first,
himself that Sinn
we gotta
Bohdi
do a
is
little
one of his
wrap-up.
very favorite people in the entirety
Absolutely.
of the wrestling business.
So this is going to be great to see. I mean, it should be a good, friendly, competitive match.
And you know what? I'm interested in seeing how Sinn Bohdi does a friendly, competitive match, Chris.
Same. Let's take it to the ring for Adam Merrick.
Let's do it.
Tag team. We got one more to get to, guys. It is now time for our main event.
We're back, Fernando. Wow. Once again, creepiest entrance in Duke City Championship Wrestling.
That is not open for dispute, Chris. The exciting conclusion of Duke City Championship Wrestling's September reign is this title match for Hobo Hank's World Heavyweight title, and his challenger, Sinn Bohdi, is a sight to behold.
Warlock of Weird.
And I mean, we already saw how he was able to make Maga Chewy Martinez get weird.
That's for sure.
We shall see how this goes as this clash of friends and former tag team partners takes place.
I anticipate a really good, clean fight for Hobo Hanks. It's a great choice for his first title defense. I mean, you don't have anybody from the Robles Army.
It's true.
Involved, so it's great.
Yeah.
Good choice.
I honestly feel that would be the thing, because these two, if they've been, up and down the road together, they've been tag partners together, who's going to know an opponent better than somebody that they've been super close to, Chris?
Also, if Sinn Bohdi comes out on top, here's our champion.
Jangles and he danced for you in worn-out shoes, silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants, the old soft shoe. He jumped so high, and then he lightly touched down. I met him in a cell in New Orleans. I was down and out. Looked to me to be the eyes of age. As the smoke ran out, he talked of life, laughed, clicked his heels instead. Said his name was Jangles and he danced a lick across the cell. Grabbed his pants and feathered stands for he jumped so high. And then he clicked his heels. He let go a laugh, shook back his clothes all around. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, dance. He danced to those at minstrel shows and county fairs throughout the South. He spoke for tears of 15 years, how his dog and him traveled about. The dog up and died, he up and died. After 20 years, he still grieves. Said I dance now at every chance in honky tonk for drinks and tips, but most of the time I spend behind these county bars, 'cause I drink so big. He shook his head, and as he shook his head, I heard someone ask him, please, please, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles.
It's the Duke City Championship World Heavyweight Champion, Hobo Hank.
Oh my goodness. Finally having achieved his goal after this long pursuit, Chris. You get to see that belt there, and I'm sure it is the absolute centerpiece of his rucksack.
Couldn't have said it better, Fernando.
DCCW Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, that beautiful belt that
Introducing
Jeff the ref holds up.
challenger.
Wow. Just breathtaking.
Weighing in at 229 pounds, the Warlord of Weird, Sinn Bohdi.
you know, if he does end up actually taking the title, I suppose somebody with a background as storied as his, and to have somebody who's been all over the world, not just the WWE, holding the highest prize in our business, I mean, I wouldn't be ashamed of him as our champion,
No,
Chris.
sir. Showing us.
And his opponent, from the alley behind the Frontier Restaurant, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the DCCW Heavyweight Champion, Hobo Hank.
Reception, Chris. You saw him make his entrance. You saw the crowd stand up as one.
You know what, Fernando? Being it locked in and watching Hobo Hanks on the top of that cage, blood streaming down his face, so many emotions. As we hear from the challenger, Sinn Bohdi.
You get to see the blood come down and that title go up.
Before we do,
Wow.
I want to state the obvious. I'm not Baba Tunde. Let's all keep him and the rest of Florida in your prayers. Hope they weather the storm.
Great
That
respect
brings
on the
me
challenger.
right here to Albuquerque. Now, nobody wants to see Hobo Hank wrestle. They want to see Hobo Hank fight. Now we have tagged and we have fought. I know what you can do, and you know what I can do. So, because Hobo Hank loves all of you, he said, hey, Sinn Bohdi, you're crazy as all get out. Would you fight my sleigh tonight? And I said, hell yeah, brother. But here's the thing. This is a fight. I love this business. I love the people, and I love you enough to never phone it in. So be careful what you ask for, because I ain't pulling any punches.
Expected anything less, Chris.
Oh, wow. There's a handshake, which we expected.
Yeah, we've seen more than one of those tonight, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm really getting a good feeling about this one because
I am too.
This is going to be a very evenly matched, competitive bout, and we just don't normally get those.
And we still had the match earlier between Maga Chewy Martinez.
Whoa.
Wait a minute, that took me off kilter there.
Well, I mean, he said he wasn't going to hold back, and he really isn't. And
wow.
already gave him the. You know what? He was not going to have some sort of straightforward Greco-Roman affair. I mean, I'm okay with that.
I got to be honest for now. That took my breath away for a second because I was not ready for that.
No, he came in with speed. But you know what? I think it's just the fact that Sinn Bohdi respects exactly how much of a dangerous opponent Hobo Hank is, so you can't really give him a moment to catch his breath.
And also maybe, Hobo Hank expects, a certain match out of Sinn Bohdi, so in order for him to maybe come out victorious, he has to change his game plan up a little bit, but I don't know.
Oh my gosh, a rake across the chest of Hobo Hank. You don't see that one every day. Actually, I don't think you see that any day, Chris.
No, it's usually across the back.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Pushing his face into that turnbuckle. I mean, those are literally like made out of
wow.
Galvanized steel.
And then Hobo Hank turning the tables. I mean, as you see, he is not about to take it easy on his friend and ally either, Chris.
I mean, he's the champion. And he's going to show people, hey, this is why I am the champion. This is why I stood on top of that steel cage, bleeding from my face with the title.
Yep, he put everything on the line. He risked everything, including his very career, for a taste of gold, Chris. And now just the friendship between these two isn't going to be any deterrent to him going all out either.
I had no idea, man.
I mean, well, you know what we already said about never touching another man's beard. He got a handful of Sinn Bohdi's beard before he just gave him a right in the mouth.
Yeah, Sinn Bohdi still reeling back into that corner.
Wow. Yeah, and it's just, you know what? I think this is going to be one of those where it's going to be one of those rare treats, Chris. We knew it was going to be a competitive matchup, but they're absolutely pulling all the stops out from the jump to get the win.
That's for sure. Hobo Hank, no stranger to fights. He literally lives on the streets. He fights every day.
That's right, and you saw that blood streaming down his face at the very end of Locked In.
Oh.
Wow.
Hard right across the mouth, Hobo Hank.
Oh, wow.
Hard kick to the mouth.
Sinn Bohdi holding literally nothing back. He just booted him right in the face.
All right. I'm going to come back to this. Sinn Bohdi's a lot more aggressive than I really anticipated him coming out to be. Grinding, it's illegal moves across the rope, putting Hobo Hank's face into the turnbuckle. It just seems a little. I mean, I hate to say weird or strange because it's Sinn Bohdi, but I guess that's what we're doing. Oh.
Well, I mean, honestly, I feel like it's one of those things where there's no. Oh, he got weird again.
Yeah.
All right, but with Sinn Bohdi, I think he really, for his depth of experience as a veteran of the professional wrestling business, Chris, that he knows there doesn't have to be a feeling out process between himself and Hobo Hank. They can go into maximum gear, just go as hard as they possibly can to see who's going to get the belt, because you never really see that in wrestling matches normally.
I mean, I guess that, the title, you can be friends.
Yeah.
But you put that title in between the two competitors and things will change,
Well, honestly, I still don't. I see the two of these guys. Just look at that. They're on their knees. They're throwing it.
This doesn't look like two friends hanging out.
It does not, but I wouldn't put it past two tag partners who know exactly how much the other has to bring to the table. Oh, he's going to wipe off his face paint with Pity City. A pin stop for Sinn Bohdi. And you know what?
For the fans watching at home, I know that a lot of people have not been here, which you should. When you're in the back around Hobo Hank, he does not. He has an odor.
It is. You know what? It's the odor of competitive excellence.
Sure.
And you see that Russian leg sweep, almost getting. Wow. Okay, coming very close. Although now, if you look, Hobo Hank's underarm is smeared in some festive-looking paint there.
I'm just happy Hobo Hank got a new shirt because the last one was covered in blood.
I think, honestly, if he hadn't, Chris, he would just look like a crime scene everywhere he went, and we don't need that.
He went to the Goodwill, found him a new shirt.
Oh, and you see those plush animal-coated boots of Sinn Bohdi just kicking as Hobo Hank was laying the knuckles to him.
And for Sinn Bohdi, he's kind of at a disadvantage. This is his second actual match of the night.
Yeah, I mean, it ended in a way not expected by anybody.
No.
With Magachui choke slamming himself to give him the pinfall victory, and that Bulldog was definitely formidable, but it looks like it may not have been enough to keep Sinn Bohdi down.
Hobo Hank calling for the Tornado DDT.
Oh, wow, and that is a gorgeous one. But
many opponents away with that move.
He really has, Chris, but I think he may be a bit premature for it here.
Okay.
We're
about to find out.
If maybe Sinn Bohdi has the Tornado DDT scouted.
Oh, he does.
That's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying there. They're definitely intense.
Unorthodox pin there by Sinn Bohdi.
Very much so. And wait a minute, dude. Is there a hole in Hobo Hank's shirt? You're going to have to go get another one after this.
Could be.
Oh, and another rake of the chest.
I mean, he does have some. He does get extra money now. He is the champion, at least until the end of this match, maybe.
Oh yeah. No, it's just there's no dumpster diving necessary for the champion. I'm sure he can probably get a reserved seat at the beautiful Frontier Restaurant here in Albuquerque, New
Possibly.
Mexico.
No longer has to eat out by the dumpster.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one of those things where, I'm sure people are offering him those famous Frontier rolls, which I could kind of go for right now.
Ooh, I'm with you.
We would like to take a moment to point out that DCCW is not sponsored by the Frontier Restaurant. They're just really good.
Sinn Bohdi's starting to turn on the crowd. Not the Sinn Bohdi that we saw at the beginning of this match, that's for sure.
Well, maybe it's just that he has to get into that place, Chris.
Yeah.
He has to get into that place to find that determination as a competitor, that the time for really kind of going as hard as he did, but still holding back somehow on his former partner.
Okay.
Maybe the time for that is over.
I hope you're right, Fernando. I mean, it seems to be that, and we always want a good competitive match, no matter what.
Indeed. I fully expect Hobo Hank to return it in kind. Here he comes with
boom! And that could be all she wrote. Wait! No!
As he's trying to make. Wait! Oh no!
Brian Idol and Maga Chewy together?
Come on! You know what? All right, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I doubted you. I stand corrected.
All right.
This is 100%.
Well, wait a minute though. So they definitely are aligned against Hobo Hank.
Yeah.
Robles, are they attacking just Hobo Hank? I can't see. There's a lot of fans in the way. Are they attacking just Hobo Hank? Are they attacking Sinn Bohdi as well?
You know what? I'm not sure, but I mean, it certainly makes sense as to what you had surmised about Maga Chewy, that he was 100% bought off
Sinn
by
Bohdi's on his feet. Sinn Bohdi's on his feet. He's going to help Hobo. He's going to. Oh yeah.
Is he going to do this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
He's going to get him out of the ring. He's going to let him know that it's time to get weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I like to see. Okay.
Wait. What? Whoa.
No.
What is happening?
No. Hey.
Turbo Test is out.
All right. Okay. Hey. Oh, thank goodness, guys. Oh,
wow.
Hey. Yeah. And then, okay. You know what? It's these guys finally learning how to turn the numbers advantage to their favor. You've got Turbo Test, you've got Sky High getting these scumbags out of the ring.
But Fernando, the story is not only are Brian Idol and Maga Chewy aligned, but apparently Sinn Bohdi is as well.
I can't express my disappointment any more successfully, Chris. That was disgusting.
DCCW Heavyweight Champion.
Matthew Robles is not here, as we see on the replay, the tornado DDT.
But he's still making his presence felt.
You are correct. Wow, I am almost out of words. How disgusting.
You see him come in, you see him just stomping him out. Sinn Bohdi joins them, and it was just, hey, where was that competitive spirit?
Yeah.
Really. But you know what? Thankfully, before they were able to do too much damage to the champion, you got to see Turbo Test and Sky High get them, I mean, pardon my language,
Wait a minute here.
get them the hell out of the ring.
Thunder putting the belt on Hobo Hank. Show respect.
Jeff the ref getting confused, raising.
Unfortunately, his first title defense he wins with a disqualification, but it's a win nonetheless.
Not the way anyone wants to win, but you know what? You saw how things went. He had his old partner scouted. He spiked him on top of his head with the tornado DDT. He had that match in hand, Chris. But
what a disgusting predicament.
Honestly,
I hate this.
For the climax of September reign here for Duke City Championship Wrestling, I really hoped it would have gone a better way. I wanted to believe in the better nature of Sinn Bohdi, especially in a match like this against someone.
It didn't seem right to me the way he was wrestling. Some of the maneuver, I mean, you don't treat your friends like that, no matter how it is.
You know, Chris, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I did.
I hear you.
He's been such a game competitor. You saw how this started out. It was going to be a tough but fair competitive match, and he really let us all down here.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hobo Hank successfully defended the title. You got to see, these folks make their way in, the fan favorites, and save him from some sort of horrendous beating, including the Mighty Thunder coming on in to show his acknowledgement of the champion.
Right.
And you know what? I mean, you got to see things happen. Not the way they wanted, but thankfully it was something that was definitely not as bad as it could have been.
No, we saw in this episode a successful title defense by Mr. Happy. the Route 66 champion over Jaden Money Monroe, and then your Duke City Championship Wrestling heavyweight champion, Hobo Hank, victorious, not the way we wanted to, but victorious nonetheless.
That's right. So it looks like we'll just have to call it a night here for September Rain here at Duke City Championship Wrestling. Thank you so much for everybody who came out tonight. Thank you so much to Dan Mayfield joining us in the booth. Thank you, Chris Burnett. It has been an absolute pleasure.
Yes, sir.
For my first time in the booth with you here.
Pleasure's all mine as well.
Thank you so much. And thank you, folks, for making it out there. From His Honor, the Mayor of Downtown, Chris Burnett, I am Dr. Fernando Gonzalez. Thank you once again. We absolutely loved having you here, whether being here in the ring or in your living room. And we can't wait to do it for you again. Have a great night, everybody.